What's up, dirty dogs?
Hello?
Hello, everyone.
What up, everybody? It's good to see you. We're here, blue screening. And look who's in the other room. Look who's there. Look who's there. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Herman. Mr. Armando Herman. See if I can get his audio in here before he gets off. Come on.
Sidewalks were meant for pedestrian access, not for this shenanigan of bullshit that.
Sounds weird.
Let me read it to the record, the full account. 25-0600S77. Adopt the budget recommendation for the Department on Disability Report relative to a special study on the feasibility of establishing a fee
Compton
for
Simmer.
service
Just a nice shooting.
Americans with
Not a big deal.
Disability Act 88.
That shit happened, I don't know, 5 hours ago?
Mobile accessibility and electronic services are reversed by other cities.
LA riots? No,
departments,
relax.
including properties and departments. So there it is, asshole taxpayers. You heard it from the asshole's mouth. When are you going to repair?
I know, Dave. I know.
When are you going to fix the infrastructure?
I'd rather stare at this, Dave,
Goddamn
than a scene that happened 5 hours ago.
Thank you for the ice. Keep sending ice. I love ice.
There you go. Thank you, Ice. Keep sending ice. Thank you, Dodgers. I'll check it.
Good morning, board. I was late 30 minutes because I was waiting for a bus that didn't arrive until 30 minutes ago. But I'm here. I'm glad to see that you guys put on number 3. The mayor has approved and authorized the Board of Public Works.
Yeah, it happened like 7 this morning, 6 this morning, 6:37. They chased him for a couple minutes. I know, Dave. I know. You want to watch? You love live shit? You want to see 5-hour-old video? Okay. Let's go stare at 5-hour-old video. With nothing. Let's go stare at it. Here we go. You guys ready? Here we go. Fantastic. This is awesome. A shitty 3 series that ran. Like I told you, a pursuit, small pursuit. They shot right into the window there, as you can see. Clack, clack, clack. And in the, I think the back window, and it went into the front. Sorry. You'll see the back window shattered too. Not covering the ice shooting. No, we're not. We're not covering the ice shooting. So glad I got to see this. Glad I didn't see this at 7 a.m. when I woke up. Is Joe there? No, Joe's on his way home from Minnesota, I think.
The religion will keep you here, and then they get trapped here, and they're stopped at his hole, and they can't get out, and they can't do anything. Because public works
Pew pew.
department has allowed.
That's what happens when you run from federal authorities in your shitty BMW. That's what happens.
All services, Galaxy Plus, all organizations that I was born.
Yeah, I don't know why their videos, the audio is so weird.
Every single
Clippy.
member in that
Don't know.
is getting less than $47 a week. They do not believe in mental health care. They cannot go to Cedar Sinai if they have a breakdown.
We're not missing anything anyways. It's blue screen and Audio LA. They're late today. They should have been on 10 minutes ago. What else is new? Let me guess. They're getting ready to cry about this. Oh my God. Oh my God. There was a shooting this morning in one of our districts. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you, Job. Thank you, Job. Appreciate you, bud. Thank you.
Everybody, could you please request the board to put up revocable permit for Evelyn Howard Way?
Yeah, Brave. This is old. This happened early this morning.
Hey, stop, Laura.
And page
They went to get this guy. He jumped in the car. He ran off. This is the ending of the chase here. And like I said, you can see the back window's shattered too. It's not just the front one. It's the back one too. Off of Mona. Mona!
Yeah, it's amazing.
They haven't started yet. I'm watching on my phone. They're still blue screen. Still double blue screen.
Are not reflected in this is a problem. Each week we repeat ourselves with the same complaints, with different complaints over and over again. None of them are addressed.
Microphone on the bottom of the toilet.
I'm gonna go to the city council.
I haven't done anything, go up.
Updating the moving on to agenda item number 3. The fact that you are renewing your contract with Grandkids is an excellent time for you to address these changes. I hope it's a sign that you've been
No, he was not killed.
and that you realize there needs to be changes.
They didn't say his condition. They did say that they brought him to the hospital. They didn't say anything about the condition. They definitely didn't say he was dead. And if he was dead, he'd be there in the car with a sheet over him. Because they don't take dead bodies to the hospital. Unless they were alive when he was here.
Opportunity to address
He died
the
there.
public comments by having at least a hyperlink.
This is like Compton, Willowbrook area. Look, there's a couple rounds. There's three casings on the ground.
In the minutes. And,
so you can see where the shooting was and where the car ended up. You can see it wasn't very far.
Dates and titles per
No, they haven't started yet,
sorry, I'm
Stacy.
getting distracted because
I'm watching.
People just kind of like zoned out.
All I can think of is they may be watching this. That's all, or talking about this there. Get their little story going, their narrative flowing. Oh, they're starting. Alright, enough of this.
Well, no, that's QG. I think they were 10 years ago. You got here multiple times.
Okay, I'm going to start with the minutes. Henry.
Come on. Turn that shit down. Let's go here. Come on, turn on.
Nazarian, Padilla, Park, Price, Brahman, Rodriguez, Soto Martinez,
All right.
Yaroslavsky, 10 members present and quorum, Mr. President.
All right, first order of business.
Approval of the minutes of January 20, 2026.
Councilmember McCosker moves, Councilmember Soto Martinez seconds. What's next?
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Waymo? No.
Councilmember Hutt moves, Councilmember Park seconds.
Shitty BMW 3
Madam Clerk, can we
Series.
run through our agenda?
Yes, sir. Items
Chevelle, thank
1
you.
through 8 are items which
That was a
public
nice
hearings
shooting that
have
happened
been
at 7
held.
this morning.
For item number 1, the Energy and
Willowbrook.
Environment Committee report has been submitted and is available online under Council File number 06-2072-S3. For item number 2, the background check has been completed for this commission appointment. Items 9 through 15 are items which public hearings have not been held. For item number 15, the Budget and Finance Committee report has been submitted and is available online under Council File 25-0600-S129. 10 votes are required for consideration.
Definitely not a 6 Series, bro. That's
All right,
a 3
without
Series.
objection,
You
those
don't know
items
your
are before us.
beavers.
Do we have any specials, members? Any specials? Councilmember Hurtado.
Thank you, Council President. I'd like to call item 8 special for comments.
All right. Any other specials, members? Councilmember Hernandez.
Council President, I would like to call item 12 and 15 special for a separate vote.
All right.
And I also
Councilmember.
want to flag for item 15 that the Budget and Finance Committee report, my vote is noted incorrectly. It should be a no, and it's reported as yes.
Got it. Councilmember Park.
10
That's
for
a
questions
323
and
or
comments on behalf of Councilwoman,
325 I.
10, 1, 0. 10. Okay, got it. Okay. Any other specials, members? All right. Seeing no other specials, Madam Clerk, what items are available for consideration at this time?
Mr. President, Council may now vote on items 1 through 7, sir.
All right, let's open the roll on those items. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
She should be snorting Ozempic.
All right, what's next?
For the record,
Hope it worked
the
faster.
ordinance for item 7 will be held over to Wednesday, January 28, 2026 for second consideration, unless reconsidered with 12 members present. Next, would the council like to
I
move
bet,
on
Pete.
to public comment, sir?
We will, and item
Hold on, we
seven,
have
don't
to do our
anticipate 12
crybaby
members,
ice story first.
Anytime this morning.
Hold
so,
on.
We'll move that. We'll get that scheduled. For
Let's
next
get the
week.
crybaby ice story up first.
All right, so let's move to public comment. Mr. City Attorney.
No, we're not going to hear from the crybaby icers.
People providing public comment
Oh.
when it's your turn to speak.
Ice
Please state
came
which of the
today.
agenda items you'd like to
What's up,
speak
Terry?
to. You will have 1 minute per item, up to 3 minutes total for the items open for public comment. We will tell you when your time is up. When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you are not on topic, or if we cannot tell whether you are on topic, you will get 1 brief warning from me or the council president.
You guys are too much.
At that point, you need to get immediately and clearly on topic. If you do not do so, or if you again stray off topic, you will forfeit the rest of your speaking time, and we will move on
Thank
to
you,
the
Terry.
next speaker.
Appreciate you.
The
Good
items
morning.
open for public comment on the agenda
Audit's on the way
are
here.
items 9 through 15. So again, the items open for public comment on the agenda today are items 9 through 15. Members of the public may also speak for up to 1 minute for general public comment. During general public comment, members of the public may speak to any of the items or anything else in the city's subject matter jurisdiction. A couple more announcements if I could have the interpreters make this first one aloud to the room, please. If you require a Spanish language interpreter, please make sure to pause every few sentences so the interpreters can interpret.
I hope everything today from Mr. Herman is in Spanish.
Don't worry, we will pause your time while the interpreters are interpreting, so you will get the same amount of time as everyone else. Thank you.
Y no se preocupen, les pausaremos el tiempo mientras el intérprete está hablando, entonces recibirán el mismo tiempo que las otras personas. Gracias.
Additionally, if you've made an accommodation
Willie,
request
thank
for
you
the
so
clerk's
much,
office,
Willie.
or you would
I
like
love when
to
they're
make an
forced to say
accommodation
bad
request
words.
pursuant to the ADA, in order to make use of the wireless handheld microphone,
Fucking the best.
please raise your hand when it is your turn to speak so that the sergeants can provide you with that wireless handheld microphone.
Thank you, Dirt Fan.
Finally,
Appreciate
the order
the
in
streak.
which
3
we
months.
call the names is at random. That is to say, it is randomly generated. So please wait until you hear the name that you signed up under called aloud before lining up on your left-hand side of the council chambers. Thank you.
No, England. If you say the F word, they're saying the F word.
We can hear the names.
They have to.
I will be calling the first 5 names for public comment.
Names.
Jason Downs, Anna P, Audit T, and Mr. Singh.
Bro has such a lisp. Look who's coming up first. Viewer discretion is advised. How is he Mr. Singh? Oh, he's the fucking best. He's already dancing. He's gonna get kicked out before we even get in.
My name is Mr. Singh today because I plan to retire from this fucking criminal corruption in Los Angeles. I want to speak in all motherfucking items, please, and get my non-general public comment on behalf of Mr. Singh. Yeah, look at item 15 regarding the Los Angeles Police Department. They got some badass fucking cops in there with some big-ass guns, you know? But, again, none of you jackasses care about them, because if you did, you would offer them a good retirement package and give them some nice retirement gifts before they leave, not when they're gone. So, regarding the sworn hiring, it's not going to happen. You don't have the budget. What you're going to do is you're going to ask the federal government to pay for this shit because your dumbass governor doesn't give you the money to pay for the budget. Remember what Mary Bass said? We don't got enough money to hire police officers. What a stupid bitch. Then look at number 11, Smoke and Scan, the regular meeting in Van Nuys. Well, fuck Van Nuys. That's what I think about it on item number 11. Matter of fact, because I have such limited time, fuck item 13 and CD8. Because if it was CD9, I'd be up there in the courthouse right now on the 3rd floor in Division 42 with Kern Price. So let's go to item number 10, and I'll read it clearly into my clerical understanding with my 1 minute. The chair and member of Energy decides that recycling program as a component
is not good for Los Angeles. Well, I could have fucking told you that. You fucking moron or what? Even Smoking Scan and even Seeing back there can tell you what I already know. Collecting fucking garbage from the street like recyclables for $20 a fucking day will never pay my rent. Get it? Dumbass attorney, big head.
Big head.
I find the city cannot continue this BORBR program because it doesn't exist. Just like the dick in my hand doesn't exist.
So you've exhausted your 4 minute on item 10. Please move on to another item.
I did 11. Did I do 12, asshole? Regarding LAPD, sing S. Let's sing INGH to sing. He's on his way for his retirement. Can't you say what I see about Mr. Singh and his retirement? Now into my general fucking
1 minute.
comment, big head, moron, idiot, stupid, confined asshole.
Oh, hold on. Your time has not started yet.
You
Hold on,
assholes.
Mr. Herman. It is not your time yet. 1 minute. Go ahead. I'm sorry. We're having a technical... Mr. Herman, hold on. We're having technical difficulties. Just a second.
Of
Mr.
course
Herman,
they are.
Do not interrupt me. This is your first and only warning. Do not disrupt
Don't get
this
kicked
meeting.
out, bro.
If you do, you'll be subject to removal pursuant to
Don't
Rule
get
7 or
kicked
Rule
out.
12. I will tell you when your time begins. Go ahead. You have 1 minute.
Everyone knows that this contemptuous big head
So they're turning his mic down. That's not me.
constantly says Rule 7, rule this. Well, fuck your Rule 7, asshole. Show me where your vague, stupid asshole comment towards me and my public comment are interfering with the public, asshole. Where's the fucking rule? Where? Where's the rule? I want to know. I want to see it. So before you make a statement of lies, as you continue to lie about LASA, as you continue to lie about the budget, as you continue to lie about LAPD budgeting and monies, hey, Mr. Singh in the background out there is on his way out, and I'm going to congratulate him because it's time that LAPD get the fuck out of Los Angeles. They're running out of money. You're not going to have a retirement. And as far as I'm concerned, 42 U.S.C. 1983 politely, fuck you, pumpkinhead, for the record.
Great, your time has expired. Next speaker.
Fuck you, pumpkinhead.
Hold on, Mr. City Attorney. We're going to interrupt public comment here. I want
Ice Cry Baby
for the
story?
record, to reflect that Mr. Herman threw something onto the council floor while he was speaking.
Ooh.
Just want to make sure the record reflects
Ooh,
that.
make sure
All
the
right,
record reflected
Madam
it.
Clerk,
Let's make sure.
we have 13 members present now. I know we had at least
So you
item
didn't have a
7,
quorum.
that we needed that many members for. So can we
So now we have a quorum.
take
Got
a
it.
vote on those items if it's more
Yeah,
than
Jen,
7?
that happened
We're-
5
yes.
hours ago, Jen.
So,
that didn't just
to
happen. It
clarify,
happened at 7
7
o'clock
is
this
being
morning.
reconsidered now, sir.
All right. So let's
Yes.
open the roll,
We
close
were
the
just
roll,
watching.
tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
All right. Any others?
That's all. Would council like to go back to public comment?
Yes,
then?
let's return to public comment.
I'll begin calling the next few names before the next speaker.
Listen to this guy.
Begins. Jimmy P, Smoke N, Mark R. Edwards, Ty Foreman, and Ty Thompson.
I'm giving myself another one because that's Smoke In. Come on, you know what the fuck that was. Smoke In.
Good morning.
We
I
know what it
assume
means.
all items in general public comment?
That's 4.
You assume correctly, sir.
Yes, we can hear the mic's on. Go ahead. You have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute
Audit
for general
LA.
public comment. Before we begin, I don't think you were here when we read out the items. The items that are open are 9 through 15. Go ahead.
Thank you. Yes. Okay, let's start with number, I think it's 9, about the street vacation. I am going to say here, and I think Smoke and Skin understands where I'm coming from, and I hope you do too, that I don't want any street vacations because I just can't trust the city to know the right time to do it or the right circumstances because you guys went against everything and changed the name of North Berendo to L. Ron Hubbard, and it's like you can't undo it. You guys gave them a revocable permit, and they violated it constantly, and you don't revoke
I don't know,
it.
Barry.
And they want a street vacation, you know, so
you know, like I can't trust you. Like, how do we trust you guys that if you are going to do this, that if they you know, violate all the terms, that you're not going to do something about it. So it seems like once you give all
That's
this
the story.
leeway for whatever, that you know you don't follow up to make sure they're not abusing the system.
Nice, Jordan.
And then the one about Van Nuys. Okay, I would normally, because you know, being a Valley resident, I would love that, but Mr. Lee's name is on it, and Mr. Lee understands, and Smoke and Skin remembers too.
7.
He still owes me an apology.
He
Okay,
does.
and so
He
I
does.
can't vote yes for anything that Mr. Lee is putting forward.
Look at him back there.
Because, and he even said he didn't know why he owes me an apology. I even explained it, and he's still being belligerent, Mr. President. And I think that's really, I think he should stop, and I think you should have a word with him.
Pep.
Because I would like, sometimes he has some good ideas, and I would like to be able to say yes to his stuff. But I can't, because I cannot accept rudeness. You know, I just think that's wrong. And I think Smoke and Skin would agree with me. I really do.
I asked you nicely.
And I hope you do too.
That's it.
Okay, the next one is...
Bye-bye.
Oh, these unmanned
Bye-bye.
things. That, you know, like, I understand that, you know, everyone wants to be able to see everything and everywhere, but at what point do we just say, you know what, we have enough surveillance? And I'm nervous because sometimes it seems like they go, you know, like, if the police get it, then Scientology wants it, and you're going to say, okay. And then Scientology, because you know what, that's what happens with the surveillance, right? You allow them to have all this surveillance cameras, including license plate trackers, and, you know, they, you know, and you know, I don't, so now they're going to have drones, okay? Because that's what seems to happen. That's the process so far. You guys get this stuff, and then Scientology gets this stuff, and then uses it against people who are just minding their own business. Like, people going down the street of just anywhere around any Scientology building cannot have a private conversation, even though there's no expectation of privacy in public. And I know, you know, we all know that, including, you know, but still, who wants to be like a police state where where Scientology knows everything you're saying around any one of their buildings? So let's say no, let's hold back until you guys divorce Scientology.
General public comment?
Not one of them is looking.
Okay,
not one
I am
paying
here
attention.
to tell you,
Not one.
Just a second, sorry. We're having some difficulty with our clock, but go ahead.
All right, I'll take 3 minutes. Okay, we are tired of you guys giving the city, giving Scientology all these carte blanche, permits, even though every single time they have an event, I show you every single time I submit evidence of how they not only just violating it in a small way, but in a big way, like preventing like fire access, no fire lanes, or, you know, nothing with they're preventing pedestrians, even though they're legally not allowed to do that. But you guys are allowing it, and you're open to lawsuits. And that's like, is that the only thing? Do I have to do that next? Do I have to sue the city because my rights keep getting violated?
Yes.
I would like to have some, like, Smoke and Scan to chime in and tell me what he thinks. I'm going to listen later to see what he thinks. If you guys should keep allowing them to violate the rights for the citizens to be able to go down a public street. And the permits are correct. I mean, the permit writing is correct. It's just that they're not obeying it, and you're not enforcing it. So stop giving it to them. Thank you.
Go and sue them on it. I'm with you. 9. We're at 9, ladies and gents. Holy smokes. Yes, they're tired of hearing these names.
General public comment?
Okay, so 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm here to also attach myself with audits comments. I'm here, as you all know, born and raised in the cult of Scientology.
The cult.
I'm here to remind you guys, you all have a job, and part of that job is to be honest and transparent and not allow companies, businesses like Scientology's front groups, like Drug Free World or Narcanon, or have Author Services or Galaxy Press infiltrate the city or their money or their permits, and that's what they're doing right now. On a daily basis, you have people infiltrating from $47 a week members that are indentured slaves that literally infiltrate themselves in the city. They go on the neighborhood council boards. They're there knowing what the city needs so that they can infiltrate it the next few months in advance. So please divorce yourself, like Audit said, divorce yourself from Scientology. Divorce yourself from what you think is normal, what drug programs you think are normal. When you find out they're front groups of Scientology, please do the right thing and divorce yourself and be aware of that.
Man, $47 a week. Not a day, a week.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak
All
to?
these folks.
General public
Slave
comment.
wage.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good morning. Always, it is an honor to address you all. I just wanted to make a statement about some of my experiences this morning to recenter the conversation and dialogue on things that are important to Angelinos, to the state of California, and hopefully by extension to the nation. What I really experienced this morning in Central City East, there are a lot of international vendors and an international presence there. And growing up where I grew up, right outside of Washington, D.C., there is a major consolidation of authority and respect in the international community. That's something that I'm working tirelessly to try and establish, especially with the generous Hispanic community that is there and furnishes a lot of the Central City Easters. And you know, that's really something near and dear to me right now. Thank you guys.
Do I get prank called by the city? No, they're not that stupid. They harass me through the telephonic means. I'll sue them. I don't do it to them. So I don't expect them to do it to me.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Good morning. General public comment and multiple agenda
I've
items.
never met one person that said Smoking Scan's name. Never, not one of them, not on the phone, not in real life.
Exemption for a street vacation.
Never.
And I want to talk about street vacations. Street vacations actually fall into a couple of categories, but one of the options is actually for a Type R revocable. So you can rename and revoke a street to a private entity, and you have the option to take back that
Oh shit! Sorry.
Street, especially if the service of making it private does not serve the public at large.
You did,
and
Jen.
that is an option that
It was the first one.
It's actually not an option. It's actually a mandate, and that was a little test for you, Mr. City Attorney. Where the Bureau of Street Services actually has to weigh formally what good is the public getting on whether they vacate a public street for private use. And in fact, to that point, over at intersection of West Sunset and Fountain Avenue, there's a street there that has been for years now with false pretenses and a false narrative. Unlawful special events permits have been
You've exhausted your 1 minute on item 9. Please move on to another item, but you can continue that during general if you'd like.
Yes, and I'll leave that for general public comment. So I want to also move now to number 12, the LAPD drones. There's a district court judge over in Michigan that ruled even flock cameras as well as drones are in fact public records. What is LAPD going to do with regard to such records? Is it going to fight back at the fact that you're taking a public tax dollar, you're recording the people, and whether or not they're going to fight back and argue, well, those records fall into some sort of exemption? What exemption is it? What argument do you have to go against a Michigan district judge who already ruled on this issue to say these records, this content is already public matter? You have no argument to go back on. What privacy argument do you have to go back on where you're using public tax dollars to literally spy on we the people and to do so in an open fashion? You have no expectation of privacy in public. And so that is a big point of contention with item number 12. Moving on to item number 15 is regarding hiring of more sworn LAPD personnel and going rah-rah behind that. The city has literally shit its entire budget into the LAPD, but the problem is that LAPD has so many liability payouts with regard to misconduct, with regard to corruption,
wiping his ass.
that many of the new
He's waving on his
officers
butt.
will literally not see
Like he
pension
farted.
payouts. You will not see your pension being paid out. The city is that much in debt. And it doesn't matter if the city council now votes on increasing your budget now. The only people that benefits are people that are almost at retirement age. Everybody else is royally fucked. And you should know that if you have any interest in going to join the LAPD. You will not get your pension. The city has totally abandoned you and fucked you over out of a pension. All you can expect is some overtime, but zero retirement options. You are royally fucked, and you have this city council to thank for.
Sean, just go to.
Moving over to general public comment.
Okay.
Sean.
Back on the street vacation issue, Scientology for years has been using the Bureau of Street Services, specifically the executive leadership, under the command of Keith Mose, and I published a misconduct profile on a website I help run called auditthegovernment.org. I already have a misconduct profile on Heidi Feldstein Soto, where she literally, deliberately, knowingly violated Marcy's law and protected a self-admitted pedophile from facing jail time and imprisonment by letting him off the secret plea deal that she never ever conferred with the victims to issue that plea deal before it was issued, but misrepresented it in court as such. His name is Anthony Diamato. He's a self-admitted Scientologist. He's a self-admitted pedophile, and she protected his ass from ever experiencing any imprisonment. Back on the Keith Mose issue, he has family members and is using his executive position as the head of the Bureau of Street Services to unlawfully give Scientology various special events permits to close down a street in order to paint a narrative that the public doesn't want to use a public street, and it's total bullshit.
Sean, just go to psa.com, go to their website, and there's a step-by-step on there, a tutorial on how to
Amy
do it all.
Eager, Audits LA, Daphne G, Henry, and Frederick Silic.
So yeah, there's a step-by-step on there. It's really easy, man.
Item 8.
As long as you have a
Item 8
printer,
is not open for public comment, but
simple
you
and
can speak
easy.
During general, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
So I'm just going to speak general.
You do need a printer, though.
My name is Mark R. Edwards. I'm the interim director of policy and advocacy at Arts for LA, representing 75,000 supporters, 400 member advocates, and 180 member organizations. We strongly support item 8, the Department of Cultural Affairs 2028 Cultural Program Framework.
We were already watching it an hour ago,
This is a
30 minutes
solid,
ago.
well-thought-out plan that, when implemented, will have significant impact. The cultural program will showcase local arts and culture by engaging over 150 artists and organizations and activating all 15 council districts. This will uplift our communities, stories, and celebrate LA's diversity.
LA or LA?
And lastly, free accessible events will reach at least 6,000 residents and provide youth, families, and people with disabilities opportunities to participate in creative experiences. Investing in inclusive programming ensures all Angelinos benefit from the Olympic and Paralympic legacy. Thank you.
Yes, here's your scene from 7 o'clock this morning. It was a short chase. They shot into the car. The guy's arrested. He's fine. He didn't die.
Which items would you like to speak to?
Good morning. It's the general public comment.
Happened in Willowbrook around 7 a.m.
Okay, so we need you to reduce the amount of signatures needed.
Why is he wearing his helmet?
Billionaire wealth tax to get on the bill next, to get on the ballot this year. I went and checked all the
LAPD
blogs, all the news. They're not saying that they have 5 years to pay it. They're not saying that it's only 5%. So we need you to reduce the amount of signatures it takes to get this on the ballot.
We need to lower the bar. We need to move the goalpost because we're not going to get there. That's what I hear. Not enough people.
You can continue your comment. We can't respond back and forth, but you can continue your comment.
Okay, well, I've talked to everybody in my job. I'm a blue-collar worker, and they don't understand. When they hear the word wealth, they get turned off. I said this yesterday. You can see all the problems in the audience these people are talking about are from rich people. The simple answer is the wealth tax. Get it on the ballot next month and have the people decide. That's it.
Well, without those wealthy folks, you wouldn't have a job, sir. Hate to break that one to you.
All right.
You'd be scrounging.
One more speaker? Is there one more speaker or is that it?
We will be calling the next 5 names.
Like 5 names.
May Song, Mike Anderson, Mr. Ben B, and Mrs. Andrea Romero.
Mrs. Home has a crazy list. Mrs. Yeah, the chase was about, I don't know, 100, 200 feet.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
I was just giving a general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Nice jacket.
Okay. Like most of Los Angeles, I saw how you all were just talking, and I got really dismayed because I thought my vote mattered. I thought putting you guys there mattered. But then I looked into it, and only 20% of us show up in off-cycle elections to elect you. That leaves a small percentage of Los Angeles to elect you guys, which is why you're more loyal to the unions, which is why you're more loyal to billionaires, which is why you guys know that you're sharing data from flock cameras to DHS, you're sharing surveillance technology from Palantir, you're using this to create a surveillance state in our city. ICE is attacking people, pulling neighbors out of our streets. They are attacking people, they are acting lawlessly, they are provoking people, and they are white supremacists. I ask you to remember what John Lewis said. Get in good trouble, necessary trouble, and help redeem the soul of America. And if telling the truth is trouble...
So you're telling me that ICE, which is 80% minorities, right, are white supremacists.
If there are any
God,
other names
I
left,
understand.
We do have a couple more names left. The last 5: Neil Scott, Red C, Roger, Tigi, and Zuma D.
Zuma D. None of those people exist. They're all fake names.
No one's coming up. So
Exactly.
we've read all the
They're
names.
all
We've
fake
exhausted public
names.
comments.
Zuma
Would
Dog,
you like to
Zuma
close?
D. Come on.
Yes,
Oh.
public comment period is concluded.
That's all I want to do when I see
Comment
them.
For today's meeting, Madam Clerk, what's before us?
Mr. President, council may now vote on items
All right,
7,
now you can stare at
9,
the
11,
crime scene here.
13, and 14.
Now, what I want
sir.
you to know is that
All right,
you can
let's open
see
the
where
roll on
this
those
car
items.
crashed, right?
Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
Then I want you to look maybe about less than 100 feet down the street as it pans down. Then you're going to see the shooting scene in the parking lot, so you can see how
Next
long
would
the
be
chase
item number
was.
8, and that was called special
Okay, now
by
into the left here is the
Councilmember
parking
Hidalgo
lot.
for
You see the
comments.
you see the tape in the left there?
Council
See the big
President,
tree?
Yesterday,
Oh,
I joined partners at La Plaza de Cultura y Artes to announce the first hospitality house for the 2026 World Cup. For more than 5 weeks, La Plaza will transform into Casa Mexico, a free, welcoming, and accessible
Yes,
space
Bill.
where
That's
Angelinos
the
can
story.
come together around shared pride in their team and a love of the game. It'll capture the drama, excitement, and passion of World Cup
I
matches
believe
while
Border
celebrating
Patrol
Mexico's
actually is the one
vibrant
that fired,
culture.
so they
A
say, but I
powerful
mean, that's
example of
ICE.
what's possible
It's
when global
DHS,
events
Department of
extend
Homeland
beyond
Security.
stadiums and into our local communities. Los Angeles is and has always been a city of the world where culture brings people
Don't
together
really wanna
across
hear the
neighborhoods,
cop-hating
languages,
cunt.
and generations. And that brings us to the item before us today. Before us is the proposed cultural
get your ass
program
back.
for the
Get on back.
2028 Olympic
Get
and
your ass
Paralympic
back.
Games, a citywide effort led by the Department of Cultural Affairs that will bring arts programming to
They're
neighborhoods
pushing everybody
across
back,
Los
I'm guessing. Yeah,
before,
they're going to
during,
just
and
move them
between
across the
games.
street, I take
The
it.
framework advanced by our committee makes it clear
It's in Willowbrook.
the world's eyes are on Los Angeles. The
Not
best
far
of
from
our
Compton.
communities will shine on center stage, not as an afterthought, but as a spotlight. This plan prioritizes cultural events that are accessible to all Angelinos, inclusive of community voices.
So
and
now they're
reflective
trying to
of the
clear
full
the street and
diversity
get
of
them
our
on the
city.
street corners and out of the street, I'm
Local
guessing.
artists, cultural producers, and vendors who already shape our cultural life and drive our creative economy. And that matters because when we invest in local creatives, public spaces, and neighborhood-based programming, these global events strengthen our local areas, create opportunities, and leave a legacy Angelinos will feel long after the closing ceremony. And, you know, it's a big priority of mine, and I think members
Yeah, it
of
looks
this
like he was
council
getting in
as
his
well,
car
that the benefit from these
in his
games are
parking
intentional
spot,
and are not just by
and they
accident
tried to
for
get
our
him,
local,
jumped in the car,
artists and our
chase was
community
on,
members.
fired a few shots at him there,
For Los Angeles,
and then
I'm
the
proud to
chase
support
ended
a
here.
framework that reflects the city
Now they
we know,
shot the back
a
window
place
out.
where art and the world
There is holes in the front. See, now look at
Thank you
these
so much,
guys, this group of people.
Councilmember
Let's see.
Hurtado.
They're going to go to the
Close this
actual
item.
shooting
Close the
scene,
roll.
because
Tabulate
that's
the
the
vote.
ending of the chase.
13
The
ayes.
shooting was in the parking lot. You can see the rounds right there.
Next would be item number
When he
10, and
zooms
that
in a
was
little.
called special by Councilmember Padilla for comments.
All right, Councilmember Padilla.
Yes, and I also like to have LA San come to the table for questions.
All right, we have LA San. There we are.
Come on, go in there. There we go. That's what I want to see. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now this was the shooting scene. You see the round. You see the round markers. There was at least 3 shots fired there. That's where the shooting was, and you can see he made it out of the driveway, made a left, and then literally crashed. What, 150, 200 feet away?
Colleagues, the current recycler contract includes the removing
Right.
barriers to recycling
So,
program.
yeah.
The purpose of this program is to eliminate access to distance fees, often referred to as
Wasn't very
extra
fast.
service fees, for eligible recycler customers in order to encourage recycling. Under the program,
Nah, he's living.
Under the
Gusto.
program, the cost of lost revenue is split equally between the city and the recycling service providers, rather than being passed on to customers. Recicla 2.0 proposes to eliminate access and distance charges by bundling these services into a new rate structure. LA San
Yes,
has
evidence
stated
markers, yes.
that Recicla
As in
2.0 is expected to be in effect
rounds,
by February
right?
2027.
Bullet casings?
However,
Yes.
colleagues, we all know that the city repeatedly experienced delays in
Yes,
RFP
there's one right
processes
there.
that
See the
failed
little
to meet
yellow
their
marker?
original timelines.
Yes, yes.
Today we are being
And there's a
asked
few
to terminate
others.
a program
You just
that has
can't see it from this
significantly
angle.
benefited our constituents
Marking where the
without
shooting was.
certainty that Recicla
Because you don't see the
2.0
markings there.
will be ready
You
and
don't
in
see the
place
yellow
by
markers
February
around the car.
2027. It is also important to
Now
note
they've marked the
that
car
current
with those
Recicla contract
those
includes an option to
emblems,
continue on
but that's
month-to-month
it.
basis
I don't see any
for up to
round
6
markers.
months.
There was
Should
no
there be a
shooting right
delay in
there.
Recicla
The shooting was
2.0
down the street.
RFP, this option should be exercised to provide LA San additional time to complete the process.
Well, being shot and being
However,
dead
if
is
we
two
choose to
totally different
terminate
things.
today the RBR program now, we
So I
lose
guess
the
it didn't
ability to
work.
continue
They didn't
sharing
push
these
him out of the
costs with
street like they
service
wanted
providers
to.
during any month-to-month extension. In that scenario, access and distance fees would
They're
no
going to have
longer
to
be
get some
covered
more
by the
deputies
cities
to help
or
push
the
them onto the
RSPs
street.
and
Look at him
would
flicking
instead
off the
be
camera. You see him?
passed directly to
Go
your
like that.
constituents and mine. Preserving this option
You can totally
would
see it.
allow LA San additional flexibility while
130
ensuring that
foot chase. Yeah, something
customers
like that. 100, 200 feet.
do not bear the
Not very
financial
long.
burden during any transitional period.
I tell you, they usually don't last long.
What is the current status of Recicla 2.0's RFPs? Is it meeting the necessary timeline? Because my
Yeah, a lot of
understanding is that
garbage
bids were
everywhere down
originally
there.
due in November
They
of
like to
last
throw their
year, but
trash.
they were pushed back to December.
People go and throw their
gives me
trash there because
pause, as it
nobody
suggests
cares.
that we may already have
Sucks.
been at an early setback in the process.
Then the kids see that growing up, and then they eat Doritos, and they just throw the wrapper on the ground because everything else is already dirty. Why not? You know, it's a vicious cycle of filth.
RFP where we are at right now. So, so the RFPs were released in September. They did get pushed back a month.
How they'll
to
spin it?
December
Oh yeah,
1.
they're gonna.
That was to take care of really some
Some
items
evil
that we
white
had,
DHS
with
member
some of our partners
went crazy. City of
but
Willowbrook.
we remain on schedule. We received 9
That ain't normal,
proposals,
Oscar.
beginning of September.
My parents told me
Those
right.
proposals
They yelled at me enough. Hey, what are you doing? You fucking
broken up
pick that up.
and
Fuck's wrong with
provided
you?
to 5 different
Enough of shaming like that, your kid? Then they walk over to the trash can and throw it away. That's what I do. I'm the guy that takes the fucking cart all the way back to the cart corral. Not because I need to, because that's what's supposed to be
From
done.
there, we'll
It's
decide
like you're
who
supposed to
gets
throw your
invited
trash in
into
the garbage
negotiations based upon
because
those
it's your trash,
evaluations.
not others.
Negotiations are scheduled to begin mid-March. Those negotiations will continue with the goal of having contracts.
Did they freeze
drafted
their
and ready to
camera? Hold on,
process by
guys.
the end of June. We anticipate getting to our board.
I think that
in
camera might
August.
be done. Hold on. Just
Step
give me
in
1
the
second, guys.
process for a contract award, and to council for approval by October. All with the goal of having all these contracts in place to take over the existing contracts that expire February 1st, 2027.
Are we required to provide notification to terminate the RBR program?
Of course. Second I go
You're
there,
being told the answer is no.
they're done.
That this action is primarily intended to protect the general
Maybe they're
fund.
on.
So if we don't get the
They're,
RFPs
hold on,
completed,
let's see if they're on YouTube.
it sounds like you're
YouTube.
very confident. But will our consumers, our customers, see a surprise factor?
So, the answer to the first part of the question, which is, are we required? So, what the contracts state is that City Council needs to review it, and their ability to continue the program.
So they're already on the ground there.
This point in time, this could have occurred 2 years ago.
Alright, we don't give a shit anymore. Who cares about your fucking lies? Hold on, I'll put his audio up in a sec here. Give me a moment.
massive crowd of people out here. Right now, the media got pushed back. LA County Sheriff's officials told us that they were pushing everyone back at the request of federal agents. That made people here on the ground very angry, yelling at the Sheriff's Department, asking them why they were doing the job of federal agents, why they were pushing everyone back. But we moved back, but these these people on the ground did not. They're standing their ground. Many of them are upset at the presence of federal agents here, and from our vantage point, I've seen federal agents from the U.S. Marshal's Office, the FBI, Border Patrol, HSI, and also ATF all on the scene here trying to gather information as they piece together what happened. But one thing that I'm hearing from people here on the ground is that people in this community are afraid. They're afraid of these agents. It's not the first time they've seen them. They say that when they've seen them operate in their neighborhoods, it's something that they do very fast. They're in and out within a few minutes. So seeing them here now for a few hours, they are terrified about what's happened. We talked to some local people who use social media to get the word out, some local streamers and TikTokers, and they say that they're the ones that are the voices for the people.
Local streamers and TikTokers.
We talked to one of them, and this is what they had to say.
I have seen law enforcement, but the federal ones, they like
She's
to
the
come
famous
and go. They
live
like to
streamer.
actually, move quick. So the fact that they're here and this incident happened, I think honestly they came to the wrong city. There's a lot of us that are against what's going on. But yes, they are around our cities, and I think there's a lot of us out here like myself that are supporting the community, being an extra set of eyes for them. And yeah, so that's why we're here. We're filming, we're bringing everything that, all the truth of like what's going on, because there's a lot of people that are scared to come out and see what's going on.
And one thing that I do notice from a lot of people out here is people just have their phones out. Everyone wants to document what exactly is taking place. They don't want anything to be misrepresented. They don't want misinformation out there. And they say that they're doing their part by doing this. They're being local advocates. They're being community members who care about this community. And right now they're very, very upset that law enforcement, a big federal law enforcement presence, has been here for several hours now. But I can tell you that Mona Boulevard is shut down. There was just too many people stopping, creating traffic jam and commotion here in this area. So right now I can warn you that Mona Boulevard is shut down at the moment as this investigation continues. But I can tell you that these advocates and community members are being asked to move back to kind of clear the scene, but they are not moving right now. Reporting live from Willowbrook, David Gonzalez, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, David, thank you very much. And as we take a live look from Air 7, we actually
That's
were
Marcel's
able to hear
shot.
before
Shout
the
to
show
Marcel, the
started,
professor's
as
shot.
Officers were asking them to move back, and that's when everything, the tension, you could just almost feel it in the bullhorn as he was telling them to move back, how it just began to get more and more tense. So we're going to stay on top of this breaking news. We'll bring you any updates on the air, online, and on the free ABC7 Los Angeles app. And we're also following other breaking news in North Hollywood, where an off-duty Glendale firefighter is being held in connection with a woman's death.
Los Angeles police say they were called for a welfare check on Satsuma Avenue around 5:30 this morning. When officers arrived, they found the woman dead with blunt force trauma injuries. Police say suspect is in custody, and the Glendale Fire Department confirms it is an off-duty member of the department.
Ooh, not what you want to hear and see, ladies and gents. Not good for them. Oh boy. Yeah. All right, let me see if anybody else is over the scene. I don't know if anybody else is, but we'll see. Since 7's kind of rolling back to their other stuff, and 5, I think, and 11 already left. Since it was so early, you know what I mean? It was a lot earlier. They got their footage and they out. Yeah, I think they're done. What does that say? LA Council to discuss LAPD budget request. All right. They got enough? They didn't get enough, huh? No, it's funny how I never get enough. I know, we'll just raise taxes on us so we can get more for everybody else. I get it. I get it. Fuck us. All right, so none of them are over the top of it live. I mean, they might be there, but they're not shooting live roll. So that's it. Where's Willowbrook? Next to Compton. It's not far from Compton. Shitty neighborhood in Willowbrook.
Things don't go according to plan. I wish you a lot of fun with the phone calls that you're going to be getting from your constituents.
Ooh.
The way I once did way before being a council member,
Ooh.
but was known as a community leader that knew how to teach people how to call their council offices. When there once upon a time
leader.
cash bill was maybe $25 to $50, and then it went up to about close to $200.
Community leader.
So I urge a no vote on item 10 today.
I urge you, community leader, just to teach us what we need to know.
Wanted to thank you, Councilmember Padilla, for your insights on this program and how it would impact consumers.
Noodle, noodle,
I wasn't
noodle.
able to be at the Energy and Environment Committee meeting where this was discussed, and I just wanted to make sure I understood the impacts to consumers today and the potential impacts to them in the future. So 30% of consumers are
Okay, so they're still
themselves
above
of
it.
this
Hold on,
program.
Fox Now is above it.
What would their fee? What would the fees that they
Is
see?
this live?
how
What
would
time
those
is
be
it?
impacted today? How
One.
would those be
Hold on.
impacted at the end of the Recicla contract and the start of the new one? And how would it be impacted if that program was delayed? I wonder if you could just clarify that on the record.
Well, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
So, so as far as the impact today goes,
See, here's where the shooting was, in this driveway here, to their left,
for at least 12 months.
left side of the screen.
And the fees vary quite a bit from customer to customer. If I recall, and I won't take time to
Actually,
go
I'm
back
sorry, it's
through
to
it,
the
but,
right. They're shot the other way, so it's to
customers
the
that
right.
are charging access fee.
That's why Noah's walking past in here, this area here, because you can see the tape.
$100
That's
a
the
month.
actual shooting
That's an average.
scene.
It can be as low as 60, it can be low as $700-800, and that's just on access fees. Distance fees are different. They typically
Mass crowd my ass. Yeah, they always love to
more significantly
stir it up.
than
There's
access
50
fees.
people there, maybe.
And
In
those
fact, there's
fees
way
on
more people that
average
work for the federal government on scene than there are
the
actual
mid-600
people that live there
range monthly.
on scene.
But those
For
fees.
multifamily.
Yeah, two different color rims, two totally different rims too. Homeboy already had the wrecked front end. That's why he put the black hood on there, and then he wrecked the black hood before painting it.
Yeah, how these fees are passed on to their customers?
Jen, I believe it was him.
Very much dependent upon their lease agreements.
They've been sued a few times over free speech, and I'm assuming they're going to get a suit again for Brown Act violations for taking the telephonic comment away and all that. They can't just do that. I mean, they did, but you can't just do that just because you want to power trip on people. It's going to come back to bite him. He'll find out.
Those fees can also go
But hopefully he goes to jail for something else before that even happens. I want to see them all in jail. I want to see mug shots. I want to see them all getting fucking handcuffed and walking away crying. I want to see that. I want to see their kids and their family members crying on TV. Free my daughter, free my son. He was just the best. He did everything the best. I want to see all that. I want all that.
And if the new procurement is not set up by 2027?
So
All the anguish they've caused,
fees could now. Those
you know,
fees are
the people here in Los Angeles, the families. It's time for them to feel that anguish, and their fucking families to feel the anguish too, not just them. Their fucking families.
Will not exist in a new contract. So once
So
the new
there's that.
contracts are in place, these fees just simply do not exist. So no exposure.
I'm
to
sure
the
you could
city
do
or
that
to
too,
the customer.
Herdy, but that takes money, time, effort.
as far
See
as
the back window, how it's shot out, and that's what I'm saying. I think it went through the front, through and through, or it got lodged in that front glass. Bro's lucky he didn't take one to the dome.
Those fees could
Dummy.
potentially be passed on to their customers.
You're a
at
dummy,
the
bro.
end of the 12-month period.
RICO charges would be
and
awesome.
The Recicla contracts aren't in place.
Be awesome.
So Recicla contracts in place by February 1st, 2027. The vote yes or no is not going to impact customers.
Cop will
in any
never
way.
see any consequence. I mean, the
It's
guy who shot here
only
today,
if
probably not.
Recicla contracts aren't in place February 1st.
Again, obviously you were
They'll
tine to
run
evade
from-
him.
and then
So you're
that
probably
1
trying to
month
drive at him.
period while the new contracts
So I'm gonna shoot
do
at you.
come
Not
into
do the
place.
same. Somebody drives at me, I'm gonna shoot at you.
The decision by this council.
They're trying to kill me.
To either have those fees
They don't drive at people just for the fun of it.
to the customer, or for the
You're not a
city
bull.
to
I'm not a matador.
at a cost of
So
only
yeah,
$2.5 million.
you deserve to get shot when you drive at
But
somebody.
it sounds like we're not going to make that change for the next year, and we don't, right?
Return to your dream home in Compton.
We're going to be paying this out over the next year.
Well, some parts of Compton aren't so bad. Actually have some pretty expensive houses.
Question like, why are we
You
being
know.
asked to do this if the expectation is that the new contract will be in place, and that new contract doesn't include any of these fees, and this is no longer going to be a component of the program.
Well, we'll see,
Why do we
Dina.
even need to do this? It feels like
I hear a whole lot of fraud and this and people doing that, and we catch them, and yet none of them go to jail. So it's all hollow words to me. Till I see mug shots and shit. I mean, didn't they mug shot the orange guy? Didn't they perp walk him? Right? Didn't they do all that to him? I'm pretty sure they did. Yet I've never seen any of that happen to any of these Democrats that get caught stealing. So it's almost as though the GOP doesn't have the balls, the nuts or guts to go after these people for whatever reason.
After February 1st,
Maybe their fucking hands are in the cookie jar too. I don't know. I don't know what to say. But it's just so funny how they catch him doing this and that. Never any arrests. Ever. Ever. So it's hollow words. I don't want to hear any more about fraud until I see arrests. I want to see arrests. Then we can talk all you want about fraud. Bring it on.
That window, this conversation would have looked different in terms of what it means.
Well, I don't think it's 1 million, but it's close. I mean, you know, 7-ish, 700,000s.
Then what we'd be asking is,
Gotta remember, you can't buy anything for anything else, Evil. Like, you know, people are forced to live where they can live. You know, it's not like you just want to go anywhere. You can't. It's too expensive.
So it's moving forward.
Most people can't afford to do that.
To go month to month.
And sure, you can go up to Northern California, some small town, Pleasanton, or whatever kind of small town, and get a house for 300 grand, but then there's nothing around. The town you're living in's barely got one gas station. No Walmart, no movie theater, nothing. You got to go miles just to get anything.
If 6 months
Is that what you want to do?
we determine that the timeline is not going to be met, there's no longer an opportunity to protect the general fund 6 months from now because a 12-month notice is required to terminate the program. So if the council wants to have that option to
Pleasanton ain't cheap. Well, you know what I'm saying. Just smaller towns are a little cheaper than it is here. You're not finding. Look, Figueroa is $650,000 to live on Figueroa with hookers fucking in front of your house. So if you had 300,000, you're not finding anything here. Nothing. A down payment, yes, but not any house for 300 grand. You're not barely finding a condo for 300 grand here where I'm at. Good luck. Just a condo.
The intent is not to take away the incentive. Everybody still is committed to getting this done on time.
Average house there is 500K. Now, well, see, that's what I'm saying. The average house here is way more than 500K. You know, that's all I'm saying is the smaller towns up north, central, northern California, you can afford to still live there for 4, 5, 6s. You can't do that here. You're not.
Or a general fund.
Not happening.
And I get it that
375 grand for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 399 square foot. Is that a house? That's hysterical. See? 375K. I can't even believe that. That's got to be a condo. That can't be a house. That's too small. They don't build houses that small. Oh, it's a dead lot. I think that's a dead lot you're talking about then, Legend, huh?
I wish we never had. Because of what it's costing people. So really, colleagues.
Yeah, 12 years ago. That's what I'm saying. See, 3-bedroom, 2-bath for $230. You're not getting that here. You're not. That's not even barely the down payment here.
On a timely fashion, but if it doesn't, and given the
all right, so we have the detective possibly here, and
a lot of the folks who originally built this
guys coming to take the pics.
With a lot of work and a lot of tedious data, in partnership with the community, and the Teamsters and labor.
300 grand for the average house in
I just
Bakersfield.
don't
See?
think we're gonna get it done on time. I really don't trust it.
Tell me what the average house is in South LA.
Potentially
Tell me
risk
what that is.
putting a
I'm
cost
betting
on
it's in the
consumers,
sixes for the average home.
or use the general fund for what it's supposed to be
See,
for,
that thing
which
went.
is
This is what he's saying. It went
pay for
through.
things
This dude's
related
lucky he
to
didn't take one
quality
in the
of life
melon.
for the residents of Los Angeles.
Thank you so much.
That's the choice here. That's the choice.
Thank you, Councilmember Padilla. Councilmember McCosker.
Thank you very much.
$650,000, $25,000 increase in Compton. See, there you go. Estimated payment is $41.95 a month. $4,200 a month to live here. Okay.
Will we put
Okay.
Recycla back together? You know, will we have the
Okay.
program in place in 1 year or not? If we are confident that it'll be in place, kind of doesn't matter. And if we're not confident,
Yeah, but to live in paradise costs a whole lot more. You're not living in paradise when it's $12 for milk. Everything has to be fucking brought in, so it's expensive. Not to mention, most of the people know you're not native and hate you. Don't forget about that. Don't forget about that. That if you weren't born and raised on those islands, they don't want you there. They don't give a fuck about your tourist dollars. Get the fuck out. That's about where they're at right now.
not acting today is protecting
I ain't moving to a place where I'm not wanted, that's for
or
sure.
betting that you'll put it all in place. Acting today to remove it is protecting the city's budget.
Well, that's true
or
also,
somebody's
Oscar.
gonna Put it in place.
That is true.
And so I think on the risk diagram, really the only difference becomes, will we put ourselves in a position a year from now that we are spending general fund money that is hard to find for the protection.
Yeah, I want to see what that $395,000 house looks like, Legend. I'm sure it's probably unlivable. Probably has a lien against it that you have to pay $50,000 on that lien. Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see the house that you're looking at for that kind of money.
So with that, we'll open the
That's
roll on
dead
this
lot
item,
land.
Close the roll, tabulate the vote.
That's what that kind of money is.
11 ayes, 2 noes.
All right. What's next?
So confusing. Why would you defend illegal immigrants in our country? Truly backwards thing. What are you talking about? Oh, you mean talking about them? Well, because some of these people are their family members. That's why.
Councilmember Rahman?
That's what happens. One family member comes. They kind of show them the ropes. They tell them, hey, this is not that bad. Just do this, and come here, and we got you. And then they stay with them for a year, and then they get themselves on their feet, get their own apartment or whatever.
That takes us to item number
Or they
12,
move into a big house that's 5 bedrooms, and everybody has 1 bedroom, and everybody pays $1,000, and there's the $5,000 a month rent.
That'll be the order.
It's kind of how
All
it
right,
works.
We have members before us.
And at
for
least
item
you're not
number
living
12,
with a stranger, you're
sponsored by
living with
Councilmember
family
Hernandez
members.
For a separate vote.
So
Let's
that's how
open
that
the
works.
roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
So yeah.
11 ayes, 2 noes.
All right, what's next?
Yeah, because exactly the red tape, Kenwood. See, and that's what I'm trying to explain to him. He's probably showing me, look, there's one for $378, but it's a complete fixer-upper. He's not realizing how long it takes the city to come out and do things and approve things and all that other mess. And how the city has changed so much to where you have to do electric stove, no more gas, electric wall heaters, no more gas wall heaters. It has to be all electric, solar rather. If it doesn't have solar, they won't approve it. You know what solar cost, right? Minimum's 20 grand. 20 to 40 grand for solar, depending on how many panels. I am illegal to other countries, but I'm legal in this one.
Explain to me and the public where, it's want to zoom out a little bit, just in context. We had this really tense council meeting, I think the last day of session last year in December. And the conversation
costs, which I think is over $20 million. And
I bet, OCB, I bet.
We didn't have the one-time money, and we didn't have the ongoing money.
What they need to do is get rid of all the rent stabilization, because it's proven that when you get rid of the rent stabilization, or rent stable owned units, it opens up too much, opens up so many properties that all of a sudden there's this glut of properties and they're forced to lower the price. Everybody thinks that rent stabilization is such a great thing, but can be a double-edged sword.
The adopted budget provided for $240.
Our friend is here, by the way, guys.
There was
Danish is here. Bro, his hair is so different than the first time we saw it.
Number of hires were provided.
I wish I had a side-by-side pic of him earlier, so you could see how different, how fucked up his haircut was about 6 months ago. Somebody fucked his shit up. Chevelle, thank you so much. Has it always been expensive in California? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, always a little bit higher. I live in Indiana. You can get 3,000 plus square foot for $350K. Yeah. You might be able to do that, Chevelle, like I said, in certain small towns in northern and central California. Nowhere in southern California are you really doing that. And if it is, maybe you're talking like Indio or Riverside. And even in Riverside, like, it's getting expensive. It's getting $500,000 to live in Riverside now. Palmdale's damn near that. $450-ish for fucking a house in Palmdale. And Palmdale's garbage. It's terrible there now. All the gangs from South LA moved up there and made it a shithole. That's what happens when shitty people move places. They make it shitty. And then when you call it out, you're the bigot. You're the asshole. Because there's zero civic pride. They don't give a fuck about anything. They just live and destroy. And live and destroy. That's what they're good for. Living and destroying shit.
By transferring funds either within the department or funds that were set aside for the department. The question of the ongoing costs, which would be about $25 million for fiscal year 26-27, is
yeah, it's crazy, right, Kenwood? But you also got to remember, it's just because the reason that happens is because there's not a lot of stock. You don't see all these new housing developments. Why? Because it's already been built up. You know what I mean? It's already been built up. So that's why there's a limited amount of homes. That's it. And the ones that are here now hold value. That's just it. And it's really not the house. The house is almost worthless. I don't give a fuck if it's almost brand new, the house. It's the lot of land. It's the dirt that the land sits on. That's the value. Okay? That's the value. The house is not the value. It's $150K for that house. It's $1 million for the land. So the land is everything because you can't get it. There's not everything's. I show you when the helicopter's up. It's a straight concrete jungle. Maybe there's a little green patch here where there's a park or something. Maybe you have that. But there's no dead lots almost. Everything is already done. So you either have to tear down an existing structure or find somewhere else. And that's why I like Beverly Hills, right? If we wanted to go live in Beverly Hills, we're going to go look up how many houses in Beverly Hills are being sold right now. It might only be 40. In the entire city, there might be 40 for sale. So now they're going to hold their value because there's only 40. And if you want to live here, you're just going to buck up and pay for it or you're not going to live here. And that's just it. They're not lowering the price so riffraff can move in. That's how riffraff comes in. Those people, they don't care. Say what you want. They don't care. They don't take care of their stuff a lot of the times. And that's why areas become fucked up, because it's a whole bunch of people who live in the area who don't give a fuck. Sometimes they're surrounded by people that grew up in that area and love the area and are super clean and have beautiful rose gardens and all that. But they're trapped amongst the people who don't give a fuck. And to every one person that cares, there's 7 that don't. And they're heavily outnumbered. And that's why these neighborhoods turn into shit. And then you've got to have somebody come in and do a cleanup because the city's not even doing cleanups because they can't fucking afford it because those idiots squandered all the money. So now you have to rely on the city's citizens to come and pick that up. Their own shit. That's not even their garbage. It's their neighbor's garbage. And then, like I said, you see kids. The kids go to school in the morning. They're rocking in packs of 3 and 4 and 5 like you did and I did. They're eating their, whatever, fucking Pop-Tart and the wrapper. They just toss it down. They don't care because they see everything else on the ground. If it was clean, I'd bet you they'd stuff that wrapper in their pocket and wait to get to school and dump it in the can, but they don't. So it's just a vicious cycle of filth. And nobody teaching anybody any better. And zero accountability. They'll tell you it was a white man that came over with his big truck and dumped all the garbage. We know. We know. We know. Yet somebody sees the truck pull up and dump all the garbage, but they don't take a plate number or anything else. They don't care. You want reality? That's reality for you. Okay? Well, some people are, Jerry. Not all. There's some good people out there, and there's bad. There's the yin to the yang. Okay? It's got to be good. To have good, you got to have bad, and vice versa. I just feel like the kids are susceptible to this because they don't know any better. Nobody's telling them to not throw the shit on the ground. Nobody's telling them, oh, man, if I just don't want to work, I could just live in a tent on the corner. Cool, fuck it. I'm going to just live on the corner then. Fuck it. People give me free shit. Every month I get a free check. Why would I go to work? What's the incentive? Just live in my tent in the corner. So, yeah. 60 for one trash can. Oh, yeah, no, the utilities have gone through the roof. All the utilities and maintenance fees and anything else that you need, for sure. Gas has gone through the roof. I mean, gas like heating gas, not car gas. Heating gas has gone through the roof. Electric is through the roof. And they don't care. These people are all in cahoots with them. So, yeah. What, Santa Clara Valley? That's true, Patriot. It's easier to blame people than to take accountability. There's not a whole lot of accountability anymore. Yeah, I fucked up. It was me. I did it. Yeah, I put myself in this position. None of that. There's none of that. There's absolutely none of that. Van life, yeah, that's why these people do the whole van life thing. I mean, dude, so many people are winning on YouTube. They're getting 200,000 per view on they're making probably 5-10 grand a month on YouTube. No rent to be paid, no mortgage, no utility costs. They're just paying for gas, the upkeep of their van, and filling food in there. That's it. And the fans are pretty much paying for their feeds, you know what I mean, in their life. So it's a win-win, I guess, for everybody. People want to see the van life. And the people that want the van life and don't want to have to pay for anything else, everybody's happy, I guess. So, yeah. 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 Don't have Martinez. Well, I'm sure there's a Martinez in your town. You just got to ask around. You'll find them. Go to a weed show. There's got to be some sort of event where stoners are gathering. And, that's how you start. You meet somebody. They're nice and have fun and get to know each other. And look at the crows having fun with each other. Chasing. Crow chase. Uh-oh, here comes another news chopper. Who's that? Channel 5. Ooh, 5's there. It's a pretty bird. It's a cool helicopter, man. Just 2 aboard. It's pretty cool, huh? Fucking Zoom is great. So it looks like they're out of here. And they did say we were supposed to get a little drizzle maybe today. I don't know if you guys are seeing any drizzle, but I'm definitely not seeing any drizzle. So. No rain here. real ones are hard to find for sure. For sure. I mean, shit, you can go on Instagram. There's probably people on Instagram, if you know that you can trust them. Start slow with them, and they may send you something. Who knows? 'Cause I used to know people that would do that. They'd sell bud and shit through Instagram. A little drizzle in your house, Cheeky? Dense fog. Yeah, it was foggy in Bakersfield last night when we were watching Callie and Jacob. It was foggy. Foggy! It's been quiet up there, too, man. It's been pretty darn quiet for Bakersfield. Well, Pad, that'd be a good step in the right direction. Get rid of a lot of this mental insanity. Oh, they'll be here for a little while. That kind of investigation takes hours. They can do all the markings and the recreation of the scene, all the fucking depositions from everybody that was there, especially the people that fired. Then you got to take the car. Car's got to go to the crime lab. So, yeah, a lot going on. A lot of moving parts. Any real news? No. And this happened at 7 o'clock this morning. This has been going on for almost 5 hours now. This is nothing new. Other than that, no chases, no other news other than that Glendale firefighter allegedly, possibly killing somebody, a lady. But other than that, which I would assume is some sort of ex-girlfriend kind of thing. It's wild that a firefighter did it. It is wild that the firefighter did it. Allegedly. May not have. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. This is enough. There's nothing to see here, and they're already taking off. They're about to go land. You can see the runway dead ahead for them. I'm guessing that's Compton Airport right there, and they're probably landing and getting some fuel and maybe re-flying back. Wise Guy, I got it right away, then I stopped playing it just because I was doing other things. I think the player base is kind of slowing down, but it seemed like an okay game. It did have a little issue here or there. What's up, Salty? Can't say much, but these streamer clowns are nuts. Yes, they are. Salty, I actually needed to talk to you, Salty. If there's a way that you could, here, let me link the link tree. If you could send me an email, I actually do need to talk to you really quickly. There's the link to the link tree. If you could send me an email really fast, and that way I'll send it to you because I don't want to talk about it here on the air. But I would like to talk to you for just a moment, if that's possible. Yeah, I'll see you on Friday, Park. I'll see you. Look, see, they're landing. See, you see? Busy getting some guzzle line. Helicopters are fun. Torrance, is that what it is? Okay, Torrance Airport. Thank you, Salty. Appreciate you. Firefighters are human too. Absolutely, they are. Everybody's human. I understand that. It's just wild to see when that kind of thing happens, and it reminds me of the murder-suicide of the guy who shot. What's his name? He was a firefighter too, man. Gosh, I forget his name. And it was, he was. I guess they were fighting over the same woman or something. One killed the other. And yeah, man. All kinds of bullshit, man. All kinds of bullshit. So, yeah, guys. It is Wednesday. We're done for the week as far as till Friday. Keep the notifications on in case we get us a chase. I will be here. Okay, so I will be here. If you want to watch more stuff and things happen, I will hop on. But other than that, I think we're done for now. Thank you for everything. The likes, the love, the donos. Appreciate all of them. The thumbs ups work and they are free. And I appreciate all of those as well. Other than that, I guess enjoy Hump Day. And I will see you guys on Friday, if not earlier, for a chase. So be good. Enjoy your day. I'm out of here. Bye.
This party is officially over.